Hey student, watch this video and learn about word formation. I intend to make a series to talk about word formation in English. In English, basically that means learning how to use the different types of words in English. And that is extremely helpful, especially if you are at a pre-intermediate or intermediate level. If you don't know me very well, hello, I am Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, yes, because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. So hit the subscribe button. And if you have already done so, I appreciate it. There are hundreds and hundreds of videos that I know will be very helpful to you. If you have already done so, well, subscribe, like. Anyway, let's talk about word formation. As I said, this lesson is going to be helpful to pre-intermediate and intermediate students. If you're not at that level, and advanced students as well. If you're not at that level, this lesson will be too complicated, okay? So every week I'm going to be doing at least one type of lesson that is connected to word formation. Because if you want to speak English clearly, you need to fix this. And this is a very common mistake, okay? At this level, you need to pay attention to the different types of words. And when I say different types of words, I'm focusing on verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. I'm not talking about prepositions or variations, phrasal verbs, connectors. No, I'm talking about verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs, which can seem pretty basic, but students make lots and lots of mistakes. So in this video series, I'm going to be bringing one word, believe me, and I'm going to be showing you the importance of word formation to make you a better and help you communicate more clearly. Not talking about perfection, mistakes are going to happen, but at an intermediate level, let's say you want to get a better job or have meetings in English, conference calls, or if you go to university or if you live abroad and you need to work abroad. This mistake is something that you have to work on because it'll happen quite often if you don't study the different types of words. That's something that I do with my students in my academy. Maybe you don't know about this, but I have an online program, a self-study program called the Real English Academy. There, my students are called BSA, Baby Sardine in the Area. Not the day for me to explain why I call my students sardines, but that's the nickname I gave them. And there, they are always learning about different types of words and creating examples. The most efficient thing you can do after watching this lesson is to pick up the words you learned and create examples using the words accordingly, correctly. Because I will show you the words, I will show you examples, okay? Now, without further ado, let's talk about that. The nouns, the types of words. Noun, verb, adjective, adverb. And that's where students get confused. Even though they may seem like basic words, they will follow you for the rest of your English journey. It's like the song, I will follow you. So you have to keep studying them, okay? So the word we're going to use today is product, okay? Easy word, a product. It's a noun, right? Product. This is a product. It's a phone. It's a product. You can buy. You can make, if you're very smart, if you're very clever, you can make a phone. You can create a product. There are digital products. Yes. There are physical products like this one or like this. What a beautiful cup. Mug. It's a kind of mug. It's a tiny mug, but yeah. So you can make a product. A product is a noun. It's a thing that you can grow, that you can produce, that you can create, and you usually sell it, okay? So when we think of product, we typically think of sales, okay? So this is a noun. I can't have dairy products. Tell me if you're watching this video right now, what are names of dairy products? If you're watching the replay, you can let me know in the comments. Dairy products. I'm allergic to dairy products. I can no longer, I was never able to eat dairy products, but I always tried. Now I really cannot eat dairy products. I realize that I am really allergic to them. But anyway, I can't have dairy products. Or if we're talking about business, we need to think of a new product to offer. Fantastic. So that's a noun. And what is word formation? I have a word. And with this word, I will make some changes and I will form a different word, formation, okay? So I could become really technical here and explain. No, I'm not going to be very technical, okay? There are more detailed explanations. My focus is to make you understand that with one word, I can have variations, different formations, and these words have to be used differently in a sentence. And that's the mistake that students make. They want to use the same word for everything. Now, does that happen sometimes? Yes, that happens sometimes, but we cannot do that all the time, okay? Product is a noun. It's not a verb, and that's where students get confused, okay? But now let's go to the next word. Produce. Oh, so it's a variation, okay? It's another formation. Produce is not a noun. I cannot say, oh, I can't have dairy produce. No, because produce is an action. It's something you do. So you cannot eat dairy produce. No, it's wrong. You can't eat dairy products, okay? Now, if you think of a farmer produces food. Ah, very nice. Apple produces iPhones. Beautiful phones that are extremely expensive. You know, they're overrated. But I like them anyway. So it is a verb to make things, especially to be sold and in large quantities, okay? So Brazil, I'm from Brazil. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe you do. I don't produce anything, but Brazil produces a lot of coffee. It is true. You know, if you go to Minas Gerais, I think it's Minas Gerais, right? São Paulo, maybe? Well, when I say we, I'm talking about Brazil. I don't produce anything, but I know Brazil produces a lot of coffee. I know that Colombia produces a lot of coffee too, and it's amazing. I love Colombian coffee. It is tasty, awesome, superb. My company, now let me think of my company. I have a business. I do have a company. My company is producing a new digital product. Is that true? No, it's not. No, I am producing a new ebook, okay? Now, in this case, can I use the word I am producing a new ebook? I can, but is it the best word? No. I'm coming up with a new ebook. I'm writing a new ebook. I'm finishing up a new ebook, but I wouldn't use I'm cooking up a new book, more informal actually, but I wouldn't use produce. But if you are in a conversation with a stranger and this is the only word you remember, it's an action. Oh, I'm producing, I'm creating, I'm making. Oh, okay, then it's fine. I'm writing. In this case, I'm producing a new ebook. So do you understand that? It's an action. But here's the formation. And this is what you need to pay attention to as an intermediate speaker, as a pre-intermediate, intermediate, advanced. Advanced students will make the same mistake because they don't take the time to study word formation and the variations and the different kinds of words. Okay? But let's continue. Producer. Producer comes on word formation again. It's coming from product. Okay? I gave you product. Then produce. But now I go back to noun again, producer. It's a noun. Producer is a person, okay? Or a company. It can be a company or a person. So in this case, it's a person or a country or a company that grows or makes foods, goods, materials, or products in general. So producer is a person that produces, okay? That makes things, okay? So Brazil, look at the change. Brazil produces coffee. Nice. Brazil is a great coffee producer. Do you understand the difference? Brazil produces coffee. Action, produce. We produce coffee. Fantastic. Brazil, now I don't want to use the verb, the action. I want to use a noun. Brazil is a great coffee producer. There you go. This is word formation, intermediate to advanced students. For the rest of your journey, study this, okay? Don't just go, oh, I learned a new word. Learn how to use it. What is the type of word you're studying? People don't take the time to do this, then they speak funny, okay? They speak funny. We need to fix this, okay? A person, there's another meaning for producer, okay? We also have music producer, Hollywood producers, like directors, okay? Or music producer is very similar, but a movie producer, this is very common because there's another translation to producer. It's very similar to the first explanation, but here I'm focusing on something like a financial aspect or a company or something more practical like making a movie or a play in the theater. So Brad Pitt, for instance, is an actor. Brad Pitt is an actor, but he's also a producer. He's also a movie producer. Very interesting. Many actors from Hollywood, actually, actors and actresses, later on become movie producers. So two definitions, similar definitions, just different industries here, okay? Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you're interested, if you want to learn more from me, my academy is not open right now, but I have a study plan cycle. Make sure to check it out, especially if you need to organize your study routine, if you need help organizing your study plan. I know this plan will be amazing for you. I also have the listening mastery workshop to teach you how to improve your listening comprehension. But let's keep rolling, my friends. Productive, unproductive. Now we're coming to the adjectives. You see the product. Product is there. Product. Productive. Pronunciation also changes, okay? So you need to look up the words in a dictionary to study the pronunciation because they will change. And here we have the next word, unproductive. I highlighted the prefix, un. Anytime you see un, I won't say 100% of the time, I hate doing this, but it's 99, 99, 99, 99, 99. Un, it's negation, it's not. Unproductive, okay? It's not productive. So, what is unproductive? It's the opposite of productive. Word formation, but these two words are adjectives. They are describing something. So, what is a productive? What is the word productive supposed to mean? It's making things, growing things. There are two meanings, okay? I will talk about two meanings because when you think of productive, you will think of the most obvious way, which is fine, which is correct. But when we're talking about production, producing things, production, another noun, okay? I didn't put production, but production is also a variation of product, but it's a different noun. But I don't have time for this now. Let's go to the to this one. So the first definition is making goods. When I say making goods, things in general, production, the production of things, okay? Producing things. Making goods, growing crops, especially in a large quantity. Or the second example, which is the most popular one, doing or achieving a lot. So this is the most common one. Brazil, no, not Brazil. I'm going to talk about myself. I am very productive in the morning. This is true, okay? I am a very productive person in the morning, okay? This is me. I'm very productive. So this is the example number two. I do a lot. I achieve a lot in the morning. I produce a lot in the morning. I'm very productive. Now, in the first example about Brazil, Brazil has a very productive land. Okay, you can grow a lot in large quantities here because Brazil has a very productive land. Okay, you can grow a lot of crops here in Brazil. It's a very good piece of land. You know, it is good. Yay! So this is the idea. Now, if I say this is true about me, I am unproductive at night. Yeah, unfortunately, this is true. I lose momentum at night, and at night I am rather unproductive. So do you get the meaning? Adjective. Oh, Priscilla, but when am I going to use these words? Well, we need to find situations. That's why I'm creating examples. I'm not saying you're going to use the word product all the time now, but we need to start somewhere. Every week I'm going to come back with a different word to show you that word formation is something that I study. I just study more advanced words. These words are pretty easy for me. They're more intermediate, upper intermediate words, but you have to start somewhere. And I recommend you start with my lessons because they're awesome. Yo. Anyway, productively, unproductively. Now, these are the adverbs, okay? Productively, unproductively. Here's the thing. Remember, productive, unproductive, it's the same meaning. productively, unproductively. Same meaning, but there's a catch. Now I'm not talking about adjective anymore. I'm talking about adverbs. Adverbs have a very specific goal to modify the verb. Okay? For example, look at the examples. When I feel like my day is running unproductively, I take a 10-minute break and reassess what I need to do. So when I'm running my day unproductively, when I'm doing things, I'm managing my day unproductively. So run is a verb. Unproductively is changing the verb run. That's an adverb, okay? So in this case, I will use that. It's possible. I'm not saying you're going to use unproductively. To be completely honest, unproductively is not a word I use a lot. I use productively. Then yes. But unproductively, you need to find a situation. But I'm showing you possible variations, possible formations of the word product, okay? Our team worked rather productively last week. I am impressed. So how did the team work? Productively. The team worked productively. Productively is changing the verb work. That's what an adverb is, okay? So that's important. And here I have another adjective for you guys, okay? What I like about word formation is that you will see so much, so much possibilities. Well, so many possibilities, I was going to say something else. You will see so many possibilities with word formation. And my recommendation is at the end of this lesson, study, okay? Study these words, create examples. This is how you learn. You're receiving information right now. You have to use it somehow and create examples. All the examples you see on the screen are examples that I thought about. And I wrote them down, and then I posted them here. I don't just copy paste. And sometimes when I do copy an example from a dictionary, I change to something that is more realistic to me. Okay? So this is something I recommend you do. Oh, I found an example in a dictionary. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful. Now bring it to your life. Change. Make some changes. Bring it closer to your reality. That's a very good way to study. But anyway, counterproductive. Adjective, okay? Very good adjective, by the way. So it basically means that it has the opposite effect to the one that was intended. For example, so it's not productive. It has the opposite intention, okay? It has the opposite intention that it was intended to. So here, one thing that is very common, and I was thinking about this, that's why I created the example. I had to think of something that is counterproductive. And then I saw it. Asking kids to be careful. Be careful. Don't do this. Be careful. This is counterproductive, in my opinion. Okay? Now I will explain why I think this is counterproductive. They are too young to grasp the concept of safe and dangerous. They don't understand safe and dangerous. They begin to understand at a later on age. Their brain is still developing. So when you tell them, be careful, what's dangerous? What's safe? They're gradual. I'm not saying kids are stupid. They're not. They're very smart. But they're understanding. They're learning the concepts. So if we use the word don't a lot, don't do this. They don't even understand what no is, okay? So it's counterproductive, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion, my personal opinion. I don't have kids. I don't know much about kids. So I know we have to teach them. So eventually they are going to learn. And there is another word that I forgot here, which is production. Production is different from product. But production is also a noun, okay? I feel bad that I forgot it. Let's see if I can add a text here. Let's see. I will try to add this, okay? The producing foods, goods. Okay, I think you're gonna be able to see this, okay? All right. So here, I think I still have to add production. It's a noun. There you go. So there, production, process of growing or making food, goods, or materials. So this is the difference between product and production. Production is the process, okay? Product is the thing at the end, okay? The product, the thing you buy, the thing you do, the thing you create, the thing you produce. But production is the process of creating the thing. Ah, there you go. It is a noun, okay? So coffee production in Brazil is I don't know much about coffee. Oh, look at my example. I don't know much about coffee production in Brazil. I know that is very popular and really, how am I going to put this, and really good. I know that the coffee production in Brazil is really good, but I'm not very knowledgeable. Also another, well, anyway, it's a word for another lesson. I'm not very knowledgeable in coffee production. Now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Let me know what you think of it. Post it in the comments. But other than that, oh, there's another one. I forgot. There's another word. There's another one. There's another now. Productivity. Guys, productivity is a noun, okay? So that's very important. That's what you need to know. So productivity, the rate at which a worker, a company, or a country produces goods, and the amount produced compared with how much time, work, and money is needed to produce them. So your level, I like to use the example level of productivity because I can say I am productive. So this means that my level of productivity is high. In the morning, I am productive. In the morning, I am describing adjective. Productivity is the name, is the concept, okay? My level of productivity or my productivity level decreases after lunch. This is actually true, okay? This is actually true for me. I'm afraid that this happens to me after lunch. My productivity level goes down. Now, guys, this was the last word, I promise. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Next week, there will be another lesson about word formation. I know this can be a little tiring, but it's the study that you should be doing. And we just did it with the word product. So do you have any words? Are there any words you want to know more about? Tell me in the comments. Give me the ideas, okay? Give me the words you want to learn more about, and I'll come back with more. Other than that, subscribe to the channel and share this lesson with a friend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.